Good morning Year 6 and welcome to our maths video for Monday the 25th of May. Okay, so we're going to revisit quickly coordinates in 4 quadrants. So you may notice with this grid that we haven't actually got our axis on there yet and we need to mark our axes. The first clue is we've got x-axes written here. So that tells us that this line is our x-axis. So we're able to mark that on straight away. The board is trying to spin as I'm writing. There we go. So that is our x-axis. Now the next axis we need to mark is our y-axis, and actually we haven't got that marked on. However, what we have got here is a 0. 0 is the point that marks where the x and y-axes meet, and we are now able to mark our y-axis on. So that is the first step, is to mark where our axis would be. X, and now we've got y. Now, we need to work out the intervals that our axis is going up in. That could be 1, 2, 3, 4, could be 2, 4, 6, 8, but we need to look carefully and choose. So if you look up here, you've got 50 minus 50. That should be minus 50 and 50. So we know that the distance from 0 to the end of our line is 50. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 intervals, so we know they are going up in 5s. I was hoping you'd all go 5. So this bit here would be 5 on the x-axis. This one here is 5 on the y-axis. And this you're probably used to seeing. This is where it becomes a little bit less common. I think you've all done it, but this is why we're revisiting it. Now this here is 5 away from 0, but it can't be 5 because 5 is over here. This part is minus 5 because you're going away from 0, minus 5. This point here is the same. Up here is 0, going up on the y-axis, that part is 5. So we're going down on the y-axis, so that is minus 5. So you've got minus 5, minus 10, etc. I hope that makes sense. So we have now worked out what our axes are going up in, and we've also worked out which one's which. Now we're going to have a go quickly at just reading some coordinates. So I'm going to plot a coordinate first that I want you to have a go at guessing. So I'm going to put my coordinate there. So hopefully you've had a guess at what the coordinate would be. Now let's look. Now which one do we do first? There is an old saying of along the corridor and up the stairs, but I like to remember it as x comes before y in the alphabet, so you do x first. X always comes first. So I'm going to go along my x-axis until I reach the point that lines up with my line. Now they're parallel, so I know I'm there. I know that is minus 5. I know that is 5. Sorry. So my x is 10. And x comes first. Now I need to work out where it is on my y-axis. So I go up my y-axis and work out where it is parallel. And it is parallel to this point of my y-axis, which we worked out earlier was 5. So the coordinate of my dot is 10, 5. I appreciate not all of those are that easy. So let's do one together from here. We're going to look at y. That's that one there. So we're going to do the x-axis first. Now it's not over here. It's not this side of the axis. It's this side. So it's going to be a minus, a negative y number. Now it is between that point and that point. We know that point is minus 50, so this must be minus 45, because remember it's going up in 5s. Now, if you look down, it comes to about there. Now, let's make an estimate. I'm going to say that is just over halfway. I'm going to go with 48, minus 48, because this is 45, so I'm going to go with minus 48. Then I need to come up with my y-axis. Now this time it's going to be a positive number because it is along this line. These ones will always be two positives. This will be a positive x and a minus y. This would be a minus y and a minus x, and this would be a minus x and a positive y. So we're here. We look, and it is between this point and this point. We know that that is 50, that's then 45, that's 40. So y is between 40 and 45. It's about there. I'm going to go with 43, 44, 43. So I'm going to call it minus 48, 43. Now when you do this task, it is actually asking you to match the coordinate letter up with a coordinate, and you'd then be able to look at your grid, find the coordinate that is closest to the one you found and put a y in that box. But hopefully this has made it a bit clearer on how to read a graph and how to plot points. So let's look at plotting coordinates on 4 quadrants. We're going to begin with Fluent in 5. I'd like to pause the video and have a go. So hopefully you paused the video, so let's go through the answers. Number 1, 854.34 plus 69, oh no, sorry, that's the bold number, that's the answer. So we had 854.34 plus unknown is 923.78, so the answer is 69.44. 45 times 32, 1,440. 15% of 80, 12. 5.2 divided by 1.3 is 4. 1/5 add 3/10 is 5/10 or a half. And 800 plus 679 is 1,479. Well done if you got that right. I hope you got that one right, we've done it before. So, your challenge for today. Plot and join the coordinates with straight lines to discover the 6-digit code needed to open the combination lock. Whew. So, you've got your grid here. You've got your number here to tell you that says -5, and that says 5, that says -5, and that says 5. So it's telling you what your axes is going up in. You've got your y here and your x here, so you can draw them on. And then plot your coordinates with straight lines. Sorry.
Yes, it's numbers.
Oh, it makes a number.
Yes.
Ah, that was the bit I was missing. I was thinking,
sorry.
how's a straight line going to tell you a code? But right, so that's really cool. So when you plot the coordinates, joining them up will build you a number. It will look like a number on a digital clock.
Yes.
Oh, that's really cool. Enjoy that, guys, and I'll see you tomorrow for the answers.
Love it.